Hey, Wild Mamas and friends, and welcome back to another episode of the Wild Mama Podcast, Talks with Tiff. We are on day number 11 of our Wild Mama Mother's Day celebration, and I'm just so excited and so elated, and also so proud of myself for showing up every damn day with a new newsletter to my email list and my people, my mamas, every day a new podcast, every day a new social post. It's really just a month of giving and serving um, to a degree that I've never done before. So I'm just proud of myself for showing up imperfectly and, being here even despite being sick and despite my my voice wanting to give out. I'm very grateful to be here. I also wanted to apologize because I realized that my last two episodes weren't published. Even though they say they're published, they're not showing up on Apple or Spotify. So I don't know why that is, but I'm looking into it, going to get it fixed. And then as soon as those episodes are available, you will be notified so that you can take a listen. So I apologize in advance that day 9 and day 10 have not been published yet. So hopefully they will be soon and you will be able to access that wonderful content. But I'm really excited because today's topic is all about if you are a mama who is feeling consumed by your career and or parenting to the degree that you have somewhat lost yourself, the Mama Master Plan program that I have created is for you. But before I get into that, I just have to say that the mamas who have joined the Wild Mama Mother's Day gathering are showing up and showing out. Y'all mamas did not come to play, and we had our second day of the Wild Mama Mother's Day gathering um, yesterday, and we're going to be doing our third day today, and I am just blown away. The visions that everyone is having is so inspiring. The realizations, the deep, raw honesty that is emerging about what mamas truly want for themselves rather than what they think they wanted or the shoulds or what society or other people want for them, coming back into a deep, deep awareness of what they actually want for themselves. And it's really just a beautiful and empowering thing. So I'm so honored to support this community in expanding our capacity to vision beyond the confines and constructs of this country's definition of what motherhood looks like and should be. We are defining motherhood for ourselves, aligning to our own vision and values, and it feels so damn good. This is what Mild Mama is about, and this is what is going to shift the trajectory for the next 7 generations. Let's go. I'm pumped. You might not be able to totally hear it in my voice, but I am pumped. So kudos to all the mamas who had the courage to sign up, had the courage to show up, and who are visioning and envisioning a new life for themselves, aligned to their vision, aligned to their values, aligned to their whole self. So I'm pumped. All right, so on to our scheduled programming. Who are you outside of being a mother? Who are you if your career is not your identity? So I was talking to a mama the other day who is making a massive career shift, and she was saying that she feels like she's starting from scratch and trying to figure out who she is aside from her identity as a journalist and a mother. She spent most of her adult life immersed in her work and in mothering, and so while she's had a lot of success, this career shift that she's making is having her realize how much those things became her full identity. And this is super common, a common predicament that a lot of mamas face that I work with. So the demands of parenting and career are so great that without a real intentional focus on cultivating your whole self and identity in a way that is not dependent on these external factors, similar to default values that we talked about last week, career and parenting can easily become your default identity. So remember when we talked last week about how people will take as much as you allow them to take? This same idea applies to career and parenting. They have no limit. They will take over your life as much as you allow them to. So our career and parenting can be very fulfilling areas of our lives, but when they become our whole life and the source of our value and worth, that's when the scale tips in a way that crosses boundaries and can even be detrimental to your overall well-being. So how do you still create a meaningful career and show up well as a mother without them becoming your identity and the source of your value and worth? That is the question. You do the work of learning who you are as your whole self and identifying your core essence. So when you understand who you are at your core in a way that isn't dependent on external validators, you are whole. When those roles change, or you're in a season of parenting that doesn't seem to be going well, your worth and your value don't fluctuate because they're not based on what your title is or how well your parenting is going. It gives you the freedom to be happy and whole even when things outside of you are constantly shifting and changing. It's how you truly find peace. So in the Mama Master Plan program, in addition to identifying your values and your vision, we also spend time reflecting on who you are as your whole self. What is at the core of you, and what do you need to be and feel whole? This self-awareness is key to detangling your worth from your career and your mothering. It in no way means that those things and how you show up in them doesn't matter, but it does mean your value is no longer informed by them in a way that is all-consuming and making you feel somewhat lost. And I have found that doing this also really helps you create better boundaries around doing unpaid work like emotional labor or taking work and work stresses home with you. There's no need, and you can leave all that at the door. This is freedom. So I just want to share that in my personal experience, going off the cuff here for a minute. The more that I have learned how to come into my wholeness and come into my core essence and my vision and my values and my own worth that's tied to me and not a job or a title, the more that I'm able to show up in my current work, because I still have a full-time job right now, the more I'm able to show up there with very clear understanding that I'm good at my work and, I enjoy it for the most part. And I have a responsibility to the job that I hold, but this job is not my life. This job is not my source of purpose, and this job is not all that I do. And so I have set very clear boundaries around that, which allow me to show up fully for the work, but it also allows me to completely turn it off when I'm done. I do not think about it outside of my working hours. And it also allows me to not engage in drama or any kind of additional emotional labor that folks want to pull me into. I have no interest. And so it helps me to not take things personally, internalize other people's shit that's not mine. And it really helps me to stay focused on redirecting any excess energy that I would give to the job to Wild Mama. And this has been life-changing for me. That's not to say that you don't have a job that doesn't feel like your purpose. Maybe it does. But for me, at this point in my life, my job, my full-time job, has a very specific role in my life. And it is not my purpose, and it doesn't need to be. And I like the separation that I have right now with that, until I'm able to be full-time in wild mama. So that is something that has really helped me liberate myself from all the BS that can easily come with the responsibilities of a job. Um, and it's taken me a long time to get to that point, but through this deep work of getting clear on my whole self, it has really given me the freedom that I'm talking about with you today. So being whole and knowing your value helps you set boundaries and protect your peace. To have a successful career and be a great mother, neither need to become your identity. Neither need to be your whole life. If you're a mama who has felt consumed by your career and or parenting to a degree that you have somewhat lost yourself, the Mama Master Plan is for you. This is a program that helps you completely shift the focus back to you to get to the root of who you are and what you want, how you want to show up in the world, and where your value comes from. Our goal is to help you live more whole and aligned, but to do that, we have to get to the root to help you know your why so you can be in tune with what motivates you every day, know what you want so you have personal vision, know your values, and understand what a whole you looks like, which helps you navigate the spaces you're in with grounded confidence. Be real about where you are so you can take personal responsibility for your life, where you want to go, and be honest about what it's going to take to get there. Be aligned to the energy of your soul so that you have internal motivation to take action that isn't forced. Know your needs and boundaries and stay aligned to that knowing each day. Have daily habits and rituals aligned to you so you remain focused, well, and showing yourself each day that you matter. Taking daily imperfect action so that you get out of perfectionism and overthinking and start moving on realizing your vision and ideal lifestyle. And of course, having a Mama Master Plan so you not only know how to spend your time without question and feel confident in the path you're on, but you remember exactly who you are along the way. So let's work together to uncover who you are beyond your career and motherhood and get to the root of what makes you you. So I want you to apply to my program if all of this resonates with you. I've been saying and talking a lot about the program, the last 11 days because, again, my applications are open all month long for our Mother's Day month. And I'm really just excited to serve mamas. I really want to call in the mamas who are ready and committed to do this work and really want to experience a transformation and come back into that full sense of self and that full sense of wholeness. So I welcome you to apply. I'm so grateful for the mamas who already have raised their hand to participate in this next cohort, for both my alumni who are raising their hands and coming back into the fold. I'm so excited to work with you and just take this all to a much deeper level. And for all the new mamas who are raising their hands, I honor you and I honor your courage to trust me and to trust yourself despite all that you are facing and the constraints that you currently are experiencing that kind of tamper your vision and make it difficult to see beyond your present circumstances. So I'm calling y'all all in. This is powerful work that we do, transformative work that we do, and I'm so honored to be a part of this process with you. So thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Wild Mom Podcast. I appreciate you, and until tomorrow, be well, have a great day, great night, and I will see you mañana. Bye, y'all.